Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland. No, I'm not going to be talking about hockey, but if you recognize that famous line, that's from the legendary Bob Cole from Hockey Night in Canada. We're not going to be talking about hockey today. We're going to be talking about something that the Leafs do every April, May. I'm a Flames fan, so they're probably golfing right now. I'm putting myself out there. I know there's a lot of individuals creating golf content, good or bad. I really don't know what I'm doing here, but this is something I love, and I want to start walking through my process of road to scratch. I do a lot of practice and a lot of drill videos and just working on my game. Right now I got a boring whiteboard here with a bunch of stats, some ugly stats on this side and some scratch stats on this side. But as I get into this road to scratch journey, I'll be filming myself on the golf course and just getting more comfortable with filming my shots and where my misses are, where my positives are, and obviously where my negatives are. But I wanted to walk through my first round of the summer. And if you're saying, what the heck, Josh, Heritage Hills, front nine, where's the back? If you're somebody like me who's got a toddler and a wife, I do feel a little bit guilty playing a full 18. It's nothing against my wife or toddler, but I do, my love is here in my home. That's why I'm very lucky enough to have a hitting net and a little golf zone in my backyard. Because like Lee Trevino said, it's hitting golf balls is a meditation for me. But of course, I want to track my road to scratch. I want to be a creator, put up some of the content. And as these episodes progress and as I get better or more feedback, I want to start piecing together my rounds, like filming them and also doing this breakdown. But I wanted to kick into everything, so I hope you enjoyed that intro. Last Saturday or Sunday, I played Heritage Hills front nine. It was my first round. It was cold, wet, and rainy for a May weekend. It was the May long weekend. I was wearing a toque. If you don't know what a toque is, you're not Canadian. But anyways, you're gonna look at these numbers and go, yeah, there's no way you're close to becoming scratch, and you might be right. But as I said, as a 10 handicap. And have lots of practice in the backyard, I gotta say, I was really fine with shooting a 44, and I'm gonna break it down and tell you why. You'll see this here, the fairways in regulation 2 for 7. I was playing very safe, conservative golf. I really wanted to come home with the same golf ball. Sadly, I did not. It was a goal of mine that I did not achieve. I came home with a lot of other ones though, nice fancy ones with sparkles on them. The golf world's getting really crazy with all the golf designs. But anyways, I was playing very, very smart and safe golf. So even though I was not close to the fairway and regulations of a scratch golfer, I was putting myself in good positions. I wasn't blocking myself out. I was slightly in the rough. It was never in a terrible spot. I will say one of my penalty strokes came from just a misalignment on the tee. And a lot of my mistakes that I'll talk about is just rushing myself, not playing within myself. Because I gotta say, out of all of these things, out of all of these stats, bad or good, I gotta say, I was hitting the ball very well. Everything was pure. I didn't have what I would call the rookie mistakes of duffing, chunking, or topping. A lot of those mistakes have been out of my game for a year or two. They still come into play, but with the consistency in my backyard setup, a lot of those mistakes would be reduced by just hitting golf balls. The biggest thing here of where I missed is greens in regulation and obviously up and downs. Just like the 2008 housing crisis, it's no good. Those numbers seeing an O in front of an 8, that was a terrible joke, but screw it. really struggled with the ups and downs. I was leaving myself par putts that were way too long. Again, playing very, very conservative and just hoping to get the ball on the green, which I was able to do. But then I was having a lot of two putts. And you'll see here my putt count for this round compared to a scratch golfer. We're right on par. I just got to tweak a few things. The biggest thing is the approach shots and my short game. So a lot of the things that I took from this round, positive was ball striking, center of the club face, putting myself in good positions, no poor mistakes, but maybe being a little bit more confident, and dialing in my aiming point or my landing zone, because I know I'm good enough to be able to put the ball in certain places. I will say Heritage Hills has some pretty small greens. There's one excuse for you guys and girls. But this is what I focus on here. I took this, I took my stats, I broke them down, and then I compared them to obviously what a scratch golfer would look to achieve. I'm not really focusing on the fairways and regulation here. Yes, it would be really nice to be in the short stuff, but Heritage Hills, you're not going to be punished too much being in the rough. I will say one of my penalty strokes was it was on a par 5, and I was in some thick rough. I should have taken out my 5 iron instead of my 4 hybrid, because as soon as I took my swing, the rough just grabbed the club and took it out right. And I had a feeling that was going to happen. And again, one of the mistakes of me coming into this round was kind of just rushing through my process, where I could have taken a step back, grabbed the 5 iron, and then had a better shot in with maybe a stroke or 2 down and one less penalty stroke. But this here, the up and downs and the green and regulation has been my key focus moving forward. So of course I'm maintaining, hitting all my clubs throughout the bag. It's something I enjoy, hitting golf balls into the net, going to the range, the TrackMan simulator. I love tracking all those stats. One thing that I am trying to work on, and if you follow along my journey, is my getting my angle of attack for my driver from negative or neutral to positive. I have the club head speed to be able to get 270, 280, 290 carry. I sit around like 108 miles per hour on the course, and then when I'm really trying to push it, it could go up to 112 or 115. But at the same time, I'm really not trying to seek speed. I'm more trying to seek smash factor, ball speed, and of course angle of attack. So my biggest focus moving forward is greens and regulation and up and downs. So a big focus of mine in the backyard is doing 10 to 20 yard chipping drills and just focusing on my landing spot, trying out different clubs like my 60, 56, and 50, low, medium, and high shots. And then, for putting, I feel like you can't not focus on putting almost every day. I've got a 6-foot putting mat. I will almost putt almost every day. I'm saying almost a lot. This is raw. I'm barely going to do editing for this. But just banging out 6-foot putts every day helps me get the touch and feel. I was overreading my putts on that course, but be able to say, I had 16 putts on a +8. I'm very happy with that. I just got to dial in my short game, my up and downs, getting a little bit more confident in my landing zone and how I play the type of chip. But then again, I was playing for big misses with my approach shots. I was leaving myself in good areas. I just couldn't convert, obviously. 0 for 8, Ovechkin, what a guy. So yeah, that's going to be my focus moving forward. You'll see me focusing on this at the range, on the course, in my net, in the TrackMan simulator. And moving forward, I'll try to get more content out there, on course content, so you're not seeing this and going, this guy's probably full of baloney. So that's what I'm doing here today. I'm Josh Zankwitz. This is my road to scratch. Don't know what car that is, but I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know who will watch it, but I enjoy it, and truly that's all that matters. So I'm gonna go crack a cold one.